This video is sponsored by RKDF University, Radisson Blue.
Good morning, I'm Vidushi Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 6th of August and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. The US military has completed its withdrawal from its final base in Niger, the Pentagon announced. This move comes more than a year after Niger's military coup leaders demanded the dispatch or departure of US forces. Now, the Pentagon, in a joint statement with Niger's defense ministry, confirmed the withdrawal from Air Base 201 in Agadez. In January, Sheikh Hasina secured a record fourth term as Prime Minister of Bangladesh. However, just 8 months later, following the deadliest violence in decades, Hasina resigned and fled the country on Monday to ensure her safety. This upheaval leaves India facing a major crisis as radicals and fundamentalists with support from Pakistan and China are poised to take control in Bangladesh. Israeli opposition leader Yair Lapid on Monday criticized the government's handling of the Iranian threat, questioning if it was acceptable for the nation to wait for 5 days under the threat of being bombed. Now, addressing his Yesh Atid party's weekly meeting in the Knesset, Lapid asked, "Is what we are seeing in recent days the new standard?" UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer promised swift criminal sanctions following an emergency meeting about the far-right riots that erupted across England over the murder of 3 children. Now, Starmer announced that the government would ramp up criminal justice to ensure rapid sanctions as part of several actions decided in the meeting. Israel's far-right finance minister Bezalel Smotrich has ordered the seizure of 100 million shekels, also $26 million of tax funds meant for the Palestinian Authority to compensate Israeli victims of terrorism. The finance ministry said the confiscation is part of measures to combat terrorism, accusing the Palestinian Authority of redirecting the funds to the families of terrorists. Russia's Security Council Secretary Sergei Shoigu arrived in Tehran for talks with the Iranian leadership, including President Masoud Pezeshkian, according to Russia's Interfax news agency. The visit comes amid heightened tensions in the Middle East and fears of a broader regional conflict following the assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran last week. In Indonesia's Recife, Papua region, rebels shot dead a New Zealand helicopter pilot on Monday, according to police. The 50-year-old pilot was transporting 4 Indonesian health workers and 2 children, all of whom survived the attack. Now, Faisal Ramadhani, head of the Karantes Peace Task Force, confirmed the incident, stating it is confirmed that there was a hostage situation and murder carried out by the armed criminal group. Former Foreign Secretary and ex-ambassador to Bangladesh, Harshvardhan Shringla, has commented on the political crisis in Bangladesh. While acknowledging that the immediate cause of the unrest is the quota system issue raised by the students, Shringla quoted that the situation is also influenced by deeper factors, including possible foreign influence. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह आरकेडीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है।
RKDF University, ये है RKDF University.
RKDF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
The Border Security Force issued a high alert to over 4,000 units at the India-Bangladesh border as the crisis spiraled in Dhaka. The development comes soon after PM Sheikh Hasina resigned, ending 15 years in power as thousands of protesters defied a military curfew and stormed her official residence. Most smartphones manufacturers and LOT device makers in the premium market are pushing for the adoption of eSIMs or embedded SIMs, now which are digital versions of traditional SIM cards. Unlike physical SIM cards, eSIMs are built into the device and can be programmed remotely, offering several advantages such as increased convenience, enhanced security, and the ability to switch carriers without changing SIM cards. Myanmar's junta has lost communications with senior officers at a major military base near the Chinese border, admitting a significant battlefield setback. Now, the Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army announced that it had taken control of the key regional army headquarters in Lashio town, with ongoing clashes to gain full control. Mali has severed diplomatic ties with Ukraine following accusations that Kyiv was involved in a significant defeat for Russia's Wagner mercenary group and Malian soldiers. The move followed statements by Andriy Yusov, a spokesperson for Ukraine's military intelligence agency, suggesting Ukrainian support for Malian rebels in an attack against Wagner forces. Hours after Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigned from the top job and fled Dhaka, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Monday appealed to all political parties to refrain from making provocative statements that may disrupt peace in Bengal or the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met BJP Odisha MPs on Monday, emphasizing that the party has received a massive mandate from the people of the state. He urged the elected members to maintain the trust of the electorate by working diligently for their welfare. Talking about the Bangladesh crisis, former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who fled her Valencian nation following her resignation on Monday, will stay in India until she secures asylum in a third country, sources say. Now, Hasina, accompanied by her UK citizen sister Rihanna, is seeking asylum in the UK after massive anti-government protests forced her to leave Bangladesh. Minority Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju said that there has been continuous demand from poor and common Muslims, including women, to make Waqf property more transparent and beneficial for the community. Top government sources reveal that the government plans to introduce the Waqf Act Amendment Bill to Parliament depending on the passage of the Finance Bill. Several US personnel were injured in a suspected rocket attack on Monday targeting US and coalition forces at Al-Assad Air Base in Iraq, a US defense official confirmed. We can confirm that there was a suspected rocket attack today against US and coalition forces at Al-Assad Air Base, Iraq, the official stated. Now, initial indications are that several US personnel were injured. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.